I'm Tarot Oracle, and as you can see, I finished my first tarot card painting. And guess which one it is? Take a guess. It is the Fool. Man, I had some issues with this. I got that completely wrong. It's got like a dip in the bottom, but that's okay. And I also had to go over this with some gouache. So in case you're wondering, I use Holbein for the most part for watercolor, and Lucas from in the US. They have a store called Jerry's Artorama, and you can get a Lucas gouache set for cheap. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it. Let's zoom in a little bit. So you can see gouache was pretty much mandatory to get the little snow sections on here, as well as the yellow. That was pretty important to me. And I used just standard blue and brown combo to get my black, so it wasn't just like black out of the tube kind of thing. So overall, I'm pretty happy with that. I think unfortunately the rocks, I didn't do them separately, so it looks like I did what I did, which is painted this whole thing and then went back with a brush. I mean, you know, the blue brown make a black combo and do that. I also wish I would have had more color variety within the shadows. I really wish I would have used maybe dark brown here, and then maybe more blue, bluish black, maybe more brownish black type thing, so to have a nice combination. In addition, I think this sort of pulls your eye, so I may go through and try to lift it. This is standard watercolor, so I'm going to go back with water and lift it so it's not as dark, because I think it sort of pulls your eye a bit too much. And I think this looks a little odd, especially if you look at the reference photo. So fairly happy with the dog, I guess. I don't like the little line underneath his leg here, but I went in with a micro pen and sort of just made some of the lines in the dog. I didn't want to go through the entire dog and make all the little lines, but I wanted to make them here and there where I thought it would be darker. So fairly happy with the dog. I'm very happy with the mountains. I think I did all right. Had to go back with 3 different layers. So you can see where the pencil marks are still there, but I'm going to leave them because screw it, I don't care. Nobody's going to see that, but I'm fairly happy. What I did was I came in and made just basically a light glaze, and then I came back and darkened that, and then just sort of pulled it into the previous glaze. So I'm pretty happy with that. Rocks overall, I'll discuss that. So I really wish I wouldn't have gone through with a micro pen and highlighted that much of his leg. I think it looks awkward. I think it was better to just put a really, really light pencil mark as the outline. But I mean, from a distance, it's okay. It sort of makes this leg come forward a little, which I guess could be advantageous in many regards, right? All right, so here obviously is blue gouache. Belt is obviously horrific. So you have I don't know what that weird pattern is I made, but the belt is totally off, but I mean, I don't really care. So this is standard watercolor. Again, this was gouache, and I came back with a yellow gouache over it, and then I mixed the yellow with the blue to make the green, etc. Then I came back with standard watercolor, alizarin crimson, and made the little red marks. So the blue, again, was standard blue watercolor, and then I just put it here and pulled it up. Standard green watercolor, I just masked that beforehand. Again, masked that as well. So here, it looks kind of freaky up close, but whatever. The hair, I wish I would have went with a brighter green. That's more of an olive green on the sort of the olive, I guess the head thing, whatever it is. I mean, anyway, but yeah, it should have been bright green. It's bright green in the reference photo. I should have made it bright green there, but whatever. Also, pretty much butchered the end cap. It should have been gold, but I don't really have a gold watercolor. So I looked up how to make gold. I was going to put more detail in it, but then I was just like, yeah, screw it. I don't care anymore. And then you can see I traced poorly over here, so you have this white area which looks really awkward, but whatever. The hand, I sort of messed up the bottom of it, but in retrospect, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good, so whatever. I should have masked this and this to make that more white, because now you have the yellow background of the sky, and obviously the sky was just standard wash, and then I came back with more wash to make this darker and this lighter. It does have a harsh transition from here that stops and then comes down here. You see this harsh transition, but overall it's all right. This looks just really freaking awkward, but okay. The bag does. And overall, I mean, if you zoom out, we'll zoom out again. So, I mean, I think that's fairly acceptable. I mean, that's not amazing. It's not photorealistic, but it's fairly acceptable. Really wish there was more of a color variance between the boots and the rocks as well. So, anyway, maybe I should have done like more of a sienna with the rocks and then more of a yellow with the boots. But from a viewing distance of like 3 to 5 feet, right, I think it looks pretty good. I think it looks all right. Once I cut it out, frame it, etc., I think it'll look okay. So overall, I mean, I'm pleased with it. I think from a proper viewing distance, it's good, and I think I learned quite a bit of stuff that I can apply to the next painting. But that is just my opinion, and still got to edit this, and then I think I'm just going to call it a day kind of thing. But I mean, overall, let me know what you think. That is the Fool. And probably next move on to the Star. Either the Star or the Sun. I don't know. One of those. So thank you for watching, and let me know what you think. Have a great day.